This is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We're looking at the MACDs, the moving averages and the day's support, resistance and pivot levels. It is Friday the 2nd of July. Looking at Bitcoin against the US dollar and the hourly candlesticks, positive start to the day. Going to see Bitcoin move back through the pivot at 33,781 to take a run at the first major resistance level, saying at 33,842. We need to see plenty of support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break out from 34,500 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level in yesterday's high at 35,069 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target 37,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 36,130. Failure to move back through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 32,493 into play. Barring another extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should stay clear of sub 30,000 levels. Second major support level at 31,432 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day, supporting the morning upside. On the EMAs, however, it's a bearish signal, with the 50 pulling further back from the 100 and the 200 after yesterday's bearish cross. So key through the early part of the day would be to move back through the pivot at 33,781 and break back through to 34,500 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, and support levels will be in play. Across Ethereum against the US dollar, also positive start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum move through the pivot at 2152 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 2232. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Ethereum to break back through to 2200 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 2277.44 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum target 2400 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 2358. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 2027 into play. Barring another extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should avoid sub 2000 levels and the second major support level at 1947. Looking at the MACDs, we had a widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day, supporting this early upside. On the EMA, the 50 has narrowed marginally on the 100 and the 200, however, so need to keep an eye on that. Any further narrowing would weigh through the day, so key would be to move through the pivot at 2152 and back through to 2200 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar, also positive start. Going to need to see Litecoin move through the pivot at 139 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 143. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break back through to 140s. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 144.43 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Litecoin target 150 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level is at 149. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 133 into play. Barring another extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should avoid sub 130s. Second major support level sits at 128. Looking at the MACDs, got a widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day, supporting the early upside. On the EMA, the 50 has also flattened on the 100 and the 200. So we need to keep an eye on that. A widening from the 100 and the 200 would support a recovery of yesterday's losses. So key would be to move through the pivot at 139, break back through to 140s to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will come into play. Looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, also positive start. Going to see Ripple's XRP move through the pivot at 0.6699 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 0.6948. There needs plenty of support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 0.69 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 70433 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ripple's XRP target 0.75 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 0.7292. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 0.6355 into play. Barring another extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid the second major support level at 0.6106. Looking at the MACD, slight widening of the bullish histogram at the turn of the day, supporting the early upside. Looking at the EMAs, however, the 50 is closing in on the 200. So look out for a possible bearish cross that would bring support levels into play. So key would be to move through the pivot at 6699 and back through to 0.69 levels to take a run at 0.75. Failure to move through the pivot would bring support levels into play.